All right. So we're headed out to a roof inspection. We have probably 2 to 3 of these a day, and we like to go pretty thorough, meet the customer first, understand what they're looking for. There's a ton of different roofing systems. So kind of the first 10 to 15 minutes are understanding what the customer wants, if they need a roof replacement. And then in our inspection, we offer a ton of photos. We go around, really around the property first, and then hop up on the roof. So the property, kind of the circle around the house, it's for our crews. If they do choose us to be a contractor, we'll know what we're working with. We'll know access points, any tall eaves, any favorite rose bushes, that sort of thing. And then we'll get up on the roof. So what I do is I typically obviously find the safest spot to get up there, and then inspect whether it's a metal or shingle roof. There's a couple different things to look for. So some of the major points are what's called valleys. So it's where 2 facets of your roof meet. In our area, we have a lot of snow loads and that sort of thing. So that can build up in those valleys and cause issues up under the kind of under the material, the roofing material, but then under the decking and underlayment as well. So valleys are one of the main things we check. Overall age of the shingles and metal product, and then any flashing details. So flashing areas are areas like when a chimney is coming through the roof. That would be an area we need to definitely secure around, because it's just irregular, and moisture is going to find its way if you don't flash that properly. We also checked for things like skylights, and then any plumbing vents, a lot of different things, gutters, and then drip edge, and all the components necessary to build a solid roof system. So after that's done, hop on down the roof, hop off the roof, I guess. And then we talk to the customers. Sometimes they like to kind of walk around with you as you're up on the roof. Sometimes they want nothing to do with it and just want to hear and look at pictures at the end. So that's typically what we do. And our typical turnaround time for an estimate, if it does need a replacement or repair, is about typically that same day, if not right then and there. So that just helps our customers know that we know what we're doing, we know what we're looking at. We're not a perfect company, but quality is definitely top on our priority. And so it's just awesome to have that relationship with the customer before and after the roof inspection, just to see kind of what they're dealing with and how we can better help them. So first step, set your ladder up in a somewhat safe fashion. We'll go through into our company cam and open up the project that doesn't exist. So we want to get perimeter photos, kind of just for our crew to know what to expect.
They are something else.
Yeah, they're persistent, aren't they?
Well, all birds are.
Yeah, when they find a little
weakness.
Yeah, they'll expose it for sure.
Well, it's always us against nature.
Yeah.
I got stung in the face 3 times last week.
That's what I heard. I heard Shayna had mentioned that.
Here.
Oh, was it really?
This eye was swollen shut.
By a yellow jacket?
It was one, but I got stung here, here, and here. It got under my sunglasses. It came out of a hose.
Yeah.
When I turned the hose on.
Really?
Right up into my face.
Oh, man.
No,
I got stung.
I'm super allergic, and I have a friend that I swim with who's a retired physician. She goes, it's gonna get worse every time it happens.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I heard. I'm terrified because last year, for the first time, I got stung my left hand, and I mean my
You
hand
were
was
up.
double. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it started to come up the wrist.
Yeah.
I was like, man, if that had gotten right
Well,
here or
if
somewhere a little
you-
more vulnerable.
So you should always carry Benadryl on you.
Yeah.
Keep it in your truck.
Yeah.
So
Just avoid the yellow
Yeah,
jacket.
well, no. Normally, what I do is I wear a baseball cap and I have a net that I put over my head.
Okay.
And I'm wearing long sleeve white.
Yep.
They don't like black or bright colors.
For sure. Yep.
Jeans tucked into socks.
Yep.
And my garden gloves. That's how I
There
can
you
work
go.
outside. But
Yeah.
they weren't out yet.
Yeah.
It was so swollen up you couldn't even recognize my face. And I have pictures. I won't show them to anyone because
Yeah.
I'm too vain.
'Cause it-
I'm too vain. I would not want anybody
No,
having an
after-
image of me looking the way I did. And then so that Easter Sunday, I ran 7 miles like this.
Yep.
I was so puffed out, it was in the line of my vision.
No
I
way.
ran 7 miles, and it just let go.
Yeah.
It started draining, and I still got all the wrinkles left from it. But
Let me keep snapping while you're.
Sure,
Yep.
sure.
Whoa. Adam. There's a rattlesnake over here.
That little statue?
Is it for real?
I think it's a statue.
Are you sure?
Yep, I thought the same thing. I was like, what?
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
That looks too irregular. That's a real snake.
No, it's not. It's in the same exact
Go
position.
pick it up.
I'm gonna throw something at it. That was pathetic.
Oh no, man. I don't like the rattle. It's not rattling, I guess.
Look at its head. It's fake.
Dude, that's awesome. Got me for a sec.
No, when we walked past it, I thought the same thing. I really want to throw something at it though.
The things you find on an inspection. Oh yeah, here's another one. That's a copperhead. I think it's to scare the birds.
That scares me.
All right, so green metal roof. There's no gutters throughout. There's 2 gables on each side. Chimney to reflash. And then as far as property protection, just a deck out here. Definitely some landscaping in front, some gardens, which you'll see in a sec. The main issue is, you can see a little bit up in the valleys, just old metal. I think it was put on, the homeowner thinks, 96. And he's taking good care of it. You can see some of those are kind of double screws up there. I don't know if that shows up in the camera, but there's screws kind of all over backing out, and that's the main issue. So new standing seam roof would solve that. Other than that, there's just a lot of landscaping out here, so just be careful when our crews show up. Pretty accessible all around though. Little tall to the peak, but that's it. So with screw down metal, one of the things we look for is like right this one here. We don't do screw down anymore on any residential kind of application. Still great for garages and agricultural buildings, but if there's anything of value inside, it's just not worth the risk. So these screws have these rubber washers, and over time those crack and decay. And with expansion, contraction in the wintertime and whatnot, you'll get these will pop out. So you can see here, I don't know if you can see that. Go to this one here. There's just, there's nothing holding this down to the metal. So any kind of moisture, especially in the wintertime, ice will sit on here and then just slowly drip into your roof deck. That's not ideal. So there's 1,000 of them. And it looks like this roof was actually installed improperly to begin with. So this little lip here should be on the other side. And so that catches a lot of water under there, which will freeze and push it out. So you see up here in the valleys, that's definitely been ripping through. Part of that is just age, and metal doesn't do well when it's torn. It's great with impact, but you can see down those valleys it's just been ripping off of there. So I'm gonna get up and just kind of take some photos of the whole roof itself, and we'll go from there. So another thing we just want to confirm is the pitch on these gables. It's so hard to walk with this thing.
Is it?
Yeah. So we just like to confirm that. So like this gable is 7.5 feet, and then we'll make sure to get a pitch calculation on it. So I have this pitch gauge that will set on it.
I do, yes.
So the other thing is to check ventilation. It's soffit vented, so we need ventilation up here. There's no current drip edge, the metal just hangs over. So there's that. This rust here, you can see rust developing in the valleys. That's something that is just showing the sign that metal's kind of past due. The other thing I notice here, I'm not going to climb up there, but just all these screw pops. Yeah, tons of pops here. It's a 4-inch boot. And then I'll go measure that chimney. Actually, five feet. Cracked pipe boots are one of the things that really tend to deteriorate before the roof. So that's just a penetration in the attic space there. And I think that does it. We'll go ahead and put together a standing seam quote. The benefit of standing seam is it doesn't have these penetrations in it. They're totally concealed. So there's just a lot less risk on your roof. Alright, so there's this pitch change here over the porch. It's fully decked. 60 or 56 inches, so almost 5 feet. That changes to about a 112. The rest of the house, including the gables and the main facets there, are about a 1012. It's all soffit vented to ridge vent. Looks like there is drip edge here. But yeah, other than that, just a ton of popping screws, needs new metal. And now it's time to get on down.